You are being watched.
Hello, welcome back to WhatAreMovie. I am Tony.
And I'm Tony.
And we're back for Person of Interest, Season 3, penultimate episode. Last episode was beta. We had a beta test for Samaritan. It was great. What did you think of the test? What did you think of the episode? We spoke about it.
It was a good episode.
It was great.
Just the fact this is the last recording we're doing today.
You reckon?
Probably. Well,
we've got plenty of time.
Probably. And then we're going to leave one more episode of the season. Yeah,
that's the problem, yeah.
But I don't want us to fall out of sync, that it just makes sense to just
and if we can fit in a long one, let's do it. That's what she said.
This isn't the office.
This isn't the office. Anyway, they dragged in Grace Hendricks. Decima took her and used her to get...
But they have released her.
They used her to get Harold. They did a trade-off. It's very sad. Very cool. I like the episode. However, Root has stolen 7 servers.
Yes, what would be the fallout from that?
Yes, but it was very scary seeing Samaritan working. Yeah. And it's not even at full power. It didn't even have all the capabilities it will have.
Thing is, as well, is they have so many men. Well, they probably have women as well, not to be sexist. But, like, the other machine obviously only contacts... Like, Root is in contact with Root. However, the other machine has constant contact. Yeah. And they can deploy people wherever needed. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's what makes it scary as well.
They've got manpower. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Person power, we shall call it.
This is Season 3, Episode 22, A House Divided. This aired on the 6th of May, 2014, directed by Chris Fisher and written by Amanda Segel. Amanda Segel is one of the big producers of the show, I think. She's written before. Chris Fisher as well has directed before. He also directs the last episode, to spoil it ahead. But A House Divided. Who's going to get divided? What's going to happen here?
I feel like...
I mean, we neglected to mention that Decima have Finch and Greer was talking to him.
If they'd watched the last episode, they don't know. I feel like Reese is going to want to rescue Finch.
Well, that's literally what he said he was going to do.
We know that. Yeah. But I feel like the machine might not want him to.
I don't know. The machine has been very protective of him. But why do you think not?
It could put him in danger, Reese trying to save it. I'm just trying to think how a house could be divided, and the only people I can see being divided is like Root and
technically
Reese.
It's already divided.
Yeah.
With Finch not there.
Yeah, but, I guess so. But like a division in the family as we know it.
We shall see. Full reaction is in the description. Need your own copy to watch along. Just make sure to come back where we'll talk all about it. Let's go. I'm very excited. Second one of the day.
Ooh. Like you're playing, Frank.
Your little hooligan. Just like his old man. There we go. You were the one who toilet papered the neighbor's house. Getting partial custody's done you good, Jess.
I'm guessing we know who we're going to get in this episode.
You coming to the meeting? Wouldn't miss it. You're the reason I can afford law school anymore. My brother, the lawyer.
Oh.
How about your brother, the prosecutor? Ooh. That's what I really want to do.
Think you'd be a good prosecutor?
Maybe.
FBI, sir. You need to come with us. What? A warrant for your arrest.
What are the charges? Asked you a question.
We don't need to answer your questions, sir. National security exception.
You got the wrong guy. I'll get this sorted out, okay?
No answers for him then. They just ignored him.
Sounds a bit suspicious. 29.63. Retasking assets.
Jesus.
Why do these Decima guys keep killing themselves?
We spoke about this. Let's see you again.
Get caught, get nothing. An accident.
Their next of kin gets a payday.
Damn, that's dark.
God.
Back to square one. Jean says we have other things to worry about.
Greer has Finch. He's the only thing we have to worry about.
It's almost like I could...
I understand how you feel, John. She assured me Harold's not in immediate danger, and we have a larger threat at hand.
You want to expand on that?
She can't see the full picture. We'll be her eyes and ears.
Wow, that's a change.
What is it that you want? To talk about the future? Who more qualified than the father of artificial intelligence?
the power of creation.
Your endeavor to bring Samaritan online is a grave error in judgment.
He's not really a creator, more of a
You must
stealer.
have known this moment would come. You think nobody else could accomplish what you did? Now your god has disappeared, operating in its own accord. Children can be so disappointing. The world needs structure, Mr. Finch. Samaritan will provide that.
Why did you go to such great lengths to find me?
To keep an eye on you. As the father of AI, you're the only man in the world who can destroy it.
Where does that leave us then?
The moment Samaritan opens its eyes,
Do you think it's like a Faraday cage?
will no longer need you.
Well, damn. He's just gonna make him watch it, and then...
Customers too clever to use GPS.
Satellite radio has a GPS transponder.
Boys might be able to pull off some data.
The boys?
The boy.
Shut the door, it's freezing.
I'm just chilling in the van.
I know them. You're that government hitman that made me pull out my molars.
That's messed up.
Damn.
Casey, I'm retired.
Been on the road collecting certain contraband. I was hoping we could use your safe house, John. You need to go to the Carlton Hotel.
Why do I need a sat phone?
Trust me.
Don't ask questions, just listen to her. I love how they got a little team in the van.
Yeah.
This is cool.
I still want to buy your system.
Samaritan is not for sale. Decima will retain ownership. We will provide you the critical information.
You want me to give a private corporation access to the government feeds just so you can sell the information back? Why would we agree to that? What exactly do we get?
Plausible deniability. Shoulder the blame for your next
That's
civil
true.
liberties scandal.
Yeah, he's got a good point, but like,
Yeah.
And if I say no?
Those are my terms, Senator.
so crazy how
You must
like,
ask yourself this.
yes,
You want to stay in the dark and watch your country burn.
jeez, a bit extreme. But it's like it's so the comparison between this and Finch being like, yeah, you can have it for $1.
Yeah.
Like it's just so different.
That's all of them.
It's work, boys.
Find anything on them?
Definitely find us if we don't get this right.
It's like the perfect team.
I can help them. Fill me en route.
I need you for something else.
I really like the team. Did you think we'd see them all again?
It's literally just as I was saying that like our machine doesn't have enough manpower.
Yeah,
They've like multiplied.
Tell me what you see.
Oh, this song.
Government license plates.
Confirmed. Oh my god, I love how quick it's just going. That's so cool. Actually seeing it process the information and then, here you go.
The machine must be seeing clearly now.
5 of them. I know the first one by heart.
Control.
Everyone's
I
been...
like how she's like, I know this number off by heart.
Yeah, yeah.
really what
I reckon she does after what happened.
Very bad coffee with unemployed.
What is
college
Reese's
graduates.
version of good coffee at this point?
First door down on your left.
You might want to use your silencer.
Jeez. Could have warned her sooner.
Yeah.
Not. A little heads up would be great.
So you can handle yourself.
She's with some guy.
Senator Ross Garrison, our second number.
I just don't like having to pay for something that belongs to me in the first place.
Accept that you lost the battle so we can win the war.
What do I get in return?
An open system.
That's what she wanted.
Owned by a private
Literally.
entity that gives us plausible deniability. There's no one better at this game than you.
This is national security.
I just find it weird looking at her and remembering her passing as that guy's wife.
Yeah.
Let me see the intel.
She's a conniving little...
You hearing this? They're ready to get in bed with Decima and go on 1984 on us. I mean, more than usual. Why don't we just shoot them now?
We still don't know if they're the perpetrators yet, Shaw.
You're joking.
It's
I
control.
mean, that's
They just
true.
killed you, Root. And me and Harold.
Should I continue?
Don't make mistakes.
These are other numbers.
Head of the NSA.
And
That's
Manuel
a lot of
Rivera,
people.
senior advisor to the president.
And what about the fifth number?
Still a question mark.
You're saying I can't kill control you.
Stay the course.
Remember I told you so when all this goes pear-shaped.
Do you think it go pear-shaped? Might be
You
alright.
ready to have some fun?
I thought you'd never ask.
He's getting bored.
Who is it?
So much going on.
Seeing a child walk for the first time, something extraordinary. But you watched your child stand, and then you hobbled it.
Never understand. You're a destroyer, not a creator. It started developing abilities I never expected, hadn't yet programmed it to do.
That's crazy.
There wasn't an algorithm in the world. Having built something significantly smarter than myself, how could I possibly anticipate its evolution?
Uncertainty, your personal abyss.
It's like it's going to
built the
roll
machine
into
to
Battlestar
save
Galactica.
How could I be certain that it wouldn't one day determine that all of humanity was irrelevant?
Jeez, yeah, imagine.
You cannot allow a Samaritan to go online. It's pure hubris to think that you could control something so powerful.
Exactly, yeah.
Whoever said I wanted to control it?
See what I do.
Yeah.
You've been the one running this program. It's high time you explained yourself. You want me to ask the leader of the free world to approve another domestic surveillance program when people are still learning the dirty little secrets about the old one?
It does seem ridiculous. Yeah, this guy is not stupid. Although
You have kids, am I right?
Good point.
It's a terrific school. It's in Georgetown. A year ago, Northern Lights prevented a terrorist attack in Georgetown. An operator of ours intercepted and...
You're making up ghost stories. I would have heard about this.
No, you wouldn't have.
That's
We
the
don't send out
point.
press releases every time we see a virus.
Yeah.
We can't. The one that saves them from terrorist attacks every single day. International and domestic.
I mean, that's a way to get to him, isn't it?
Vigilance.
We don't know who they're targeting next. They're set to strike in the next 24 hours.
I want to read through this.
Take your time.
I did say control was scary.
Yeah.
She knows how to talk. Did you go for it?
Control is winning for the full court press on total world domination. Can I kill her now?
Not yet.
Listen, I'm not interested.
We just have a few questions for you.
Jesus. Oh my. Nice.
All it takes is one shot.
Don't need a.
All those
crazy-
buttons.
Yeah.
They're so selfish.
Probably shouldn't move. Why are you important, Niall?
Always 10 steps behind.
What is it?
A self-replicating worm.
Designed to attack what kind of system? Your vigilance.
Did you say vigilance? Because they're here.
Oh god.
Must be to kill Control and the others.
Tell us your plan.
I only know my part. That's why we're going to win. You're too late to stop it from happening.
Stop what?
The revolution.
Okay.
What revolution?
Wow. Learn everything about him. This attorney's office.
Your brother's under federal investigation. They haven't even allowed him to speak with an attorney. That law was intended for immediate threats. Jesse very well may be one.
It's been weeks, like he said.
My brother's never broke.
You got the wrong guy. Sometimes the people we love the most make the worst decisions.
Jesse has connections to a man named Aziz Ali Ibrahim.
Ali Ibrahim's cousin, part of an Islamist terrorist group. Well, this is just a picture.
Yeah, I mean...
2 years ago, your brother made some changes in his life. Sometimes when we hit bottom, we ask the wrong people for help. This can't be true. Surveillance doesn't lie, Mr. Brent.
Brent. What was his surname?
If we're going up against vigilance, we're gonna need more ammo.
I took some from our coffee shop friend before Lionel picked him up.
It's so cool seeing these two together. Like, we don't really see them now.
John.
I'm getting tired of the machine's runaround when Finch is still out there.
She's asking for an ETA.
We better retrofit everything.
How much time, Daniel?
At least 2 hours.
Want to know what those groupies of yours are working on?
Something to slow down our enemies.
What do you reckon?
A Samaritan to combat Samaritan? Walking in with guns.
Got it this morning.
I think it's time you had a chat with your old boss.
Okay, so she's the victim this time, but what about the next?
Control's in touch with Greer. She'll lead us to Harold. Trigger finger gets itchy, we'll get nothing, and he dies.
Low blow race.
I mean, he's not wrong, right? Is it just gonna be short at the door?
Probably.
Hey, Control, how you doing?
Let's go.
Long time no gunfire.
You know this woman?
You remember the operator who took out the terrorists near your children's school? What do you want?
I can't believe what I'm about to say. I'm here to rescue you.
Vigilance.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
For me, Jason?
Jason and I combed through the virus's code. It's targeting custom-built microswitchers.
The power company.
Help Shaw, hurry.
The power company.
You received our numbers. Why are you protecting us?
Because it's part of the plan. Or the greater good. Something like that. Look, honestly, I really don't know. I just know something bad's gonna happen.
Power outage.
In New York City. I mean, that's a way to combat the machine.
Bad thing that was gonna happen. I think it just did.
And he just happens to have a flashlight on him.
It's Reese, come on now.
Who carries a flashlight?
He knows what he's doing.
Guns and flashlights. We're like purse, wallet, keys.
Yeah.
He won't talk about it because he had been doing so well.
Wait, so he died?
Maybe if I hadn't taken full custody.
It's not your fault Jesse killed himself.
God
damn.
That's the guy from the pictures.
I just wanted to tell you how terribly sorry I am for your loss. Jesse and I were friends. Oh, really? And why don't I know you?
They got sober
my
together.
sponsor.
Yeah.
I'd be dead if it wasn't for Jesse. He saved my life in so many ways. I wish I had been there for him. Why weren't you? Distant relative caused problems for my family. We barely knew
Distant
him.
relative.
It doesn't matter now.
That's the cousin he said about, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's for you, my friend. Oh, I can't. So you know, even though your brother killed himself, he saved someone else.
God damn. That would make you question a lot, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
A series of power failures has left all
it's only like television feeds and audio.
Thousands of people trying to make their way home.
Or like internet feeds, I guess? Yeah. Something. I guess it's like emergency stations or something, right? Yeah.
What, and all these fires pop up?
Oh, yeah, it's New York City. Come on now. They don't mess around. They got no time to waste.
I always think of my youth when the power goes out. The Blitz.
The Blitz.
Air raids lasted 9 months. My mother and I used to sleep in the tube, along with many other families. One night we were late getting to the station, and I saw the sunset for the first time in months. It's the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. It wasn't a sunset at all. The sky was on fire. I was an adult. Wars were no longer quite so straightforward.
MI6.
There are no more borders.
I think you're overestimating the power of artificial intelligence.
We both know that that is impossible.
I mean, even Finch said he's scared of where it would have gone if he didn't.
Alliances shift. They're an illusion, like seeing a sunset in a sky of flames.
What is it you expect from Samaritan?
Samaritan will never sleep with its secretary or embezzle money from his campaign fund. His decisions will be based on pure logic.
Ones and zeros.
That's a leader deserving of our vote.
Sounds very dystopian.
You want Samaritan to be like the president?
Yeah, well, if it can completely control and know what's going on and determine what happens to people.
My protection detail would be all the firepower I needed today.
Let's roll.
I really like the way like it's being lit, like with no lights. Like it's just creepy.
So how's the lift working?
Maybe it was already there, or it's an emergency. I don't know. Because look, there's emergency lights on. Backup generator.
They're behind us.
Being flanked.
General.
Holy moly!
Sure is not doing a very good job here.
That has not gone well at all, has it?
Coming down. Start the generator.
There you go.
Take care of her.
This is out. I knew he'd pop up.
Sorry, I'm late.
And you were right on time.
Vigilance uploaded a virus into the power grid.
Took him alive.
Vigilance has something else planned.
Yeah, but what?
I wondered if we...
Ooh.
It's been a while since we've seen her.
Yeah!
Man. I thought about him the other day.
Minutes away. Starting to
He's a
smell
bit
like dude
suspicious.
back there.
He's a bit suspicious.
Starts to smell like dude. I mean, they've been hard at work. New Jersey.
There you are. I have to warn them.
Satellite phone.
We're not here to kill Control. We're here to save her.
You can lie better than that, Shaw.
Remember when I said Finch wasn't in imminent danger?
And good news.
I know who the 5th number belongs to. Even MI6 can't hide from her.
Mr. Greer.
Then how are we supposed to find him?
The machine doesn't know.
Oh my god.
Hirsch dies.
Oh.
Where's Finch?
Think I know?
My friend is never wrong, which is as annoying as that sounds.
Decima. Why would I trust you?
I haven't shot you yet, and you did try to kill me.
Well, he did kill me.
Those are my orders.
Not even close. I loved you. I left you with your heart still beating.
I think we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
We need to work together to save Finch.
Jab.
Save our friend.
Ceasefire?
Your turn, John.
Not on your life, George.
George. First name basis?
George Hirsch.
George Hirsch.
Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie.
How bizarre. They haven't done work.
Yeah.
This could go wrong.
It's weird as well because you think of like Root and his fight as well. In the...
Who's that?
That is the most important man in the world.
Senator Garrison. Kidnapping a senator will get you
Weird though,
life. Mr. Greer.
because they're so against surveillance, but they're surveilling to end surveillance.
In a way, yeah.
Well, now.
Isn't this a surprise?
I'm not usually a fan of surprises. You're coming with us.
Said that vigilance would have something to do with the finale.
Man you thought he was working with turned out to be just a friend from AA. My brother wasn't a terrorist.
I
How
am
can you
terribly
ever
sorry for your
apologize
loss.
like for what they did?
Dude, right? You people are the reason he killed himself.
We had evidence.
You had nothing! You locked him up under some loophole until it destroyed him. He could never be cleared because the government never pressed charges.
Innocent people don't kill themselves, Mr. Brandt.
Wow.
That's disgusting. Like,
No, people without hope do. And you robbed him of that. You took the wrong information, you twisted it. You're supposed to lock up the criminals, not create them. And you took my brother's life, so what does that make you?
Certainly some motivation for him.
The car's out front.
Oh, you think you're driving?
Well, you're certainly not driving. I'll drive.
Okay, here's the deal.
I love the arguments about silly little things.
We're done. The servers are ready.
This is as far as you boys go.
Ate, nanakoto hanaste ru no?
She's done the math. If we go together, you all die, and I do too. Go alone, the odds improve.
Doesn't no liabilities then.
Yeah.
Just where are you going exactly?
Boys, meet Samaritan.
They're too late again.
Yeah.
Where are they?
I can't tell you how long I've waited for this moment. How long we've all been waiting. Now is the time to expose the truth to our fellow citizens. The truth that has been lurking beneath the shadows for so long that their country is no longer theirs. Their freedoms have been stripped away. One camera, one cell phone, 1 megabyte at a time. Welcome to your trial, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the trial of the United States government. Court is now in session.
How can we only watch watch this episode. What the hell?
What'd you say?
How can we only watch this one?
I know. Oh, God. That's what I say to you. How can we leave it on that one? Oh, my God. So, that was A House Divided. Is this related, or is this...
How dare you?
I don't know with you.
Grace might have seen Harold.
Yeah. As if, I don't know, if she's watching telly.
It's a live broadcast, isn't it? It's on order telly.
Well, there you go. What do you think of that episode?
I don't know.
So good. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you saying it like that?
It's so hard to... sometimes...
When things happen you don't necessarily like, or things are going not the way the main characters intend, you can still enjoy it.
Enjoy their misery.
You can still enjoy the events that are unfolding.
But we got Hirsch.
I'm really excited for... Yeah, I was thinking this the other day, and I haven't mentioned Hirsch because I was like, do we ever see Hirsch again? I can't remember
what happened to him last time. Probably
last time... I don't really remember. Yeah. Don't remember. Yeah, I didn't remember if we'd see him again or not. I wasn't too sure, so I didn't mention it.
Potentially when the machine moved.
I was thinking that, but I think we saw him after.
Yeah, because then we saw him with Root. Maybe it was with Root.
With Root?
Like in the psych ward and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That big shootout scene, and he was left on the floor half dead, wasn't he? Because she'd shot him. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this episode. Really good. It's bringing everything we've had in season 3 together. Vigilance, Decima, Control, the Machine, Samaritan, everything. Finch.
Where do we go?
What's next episode, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Court is now in session. Trial. Yeah. My God. Do you know what? That the woman that was with Vigilance, she reminded me a bit of... is it Betsy Brandt? Is that her name? From... I think that's her name. Marie from Breaking Bad. She looks a little bit like Marie, in a way. Yeah, so... But there we go. Yeah, what a hell of an episode. Everything's just going crazy. I mean, we've only got one more left to season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you... Well, they went after Finch straight away. They're trying to find him, but no luck.
But the machine needs them to get back
as a
on
priority, yeah.
New numbers have come through. 5.
Yeah, so I had to deal with that. There's a bunch going on. But we did have another story going on, is how this episode started. Operations Research came up, and then we went back to 2010. And in 2010, we see Peter Brandt, I believe his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's with his brother.
Yeah. And little kids.
Yeah.
And we find out that his brother's only got custody every other weekend and one day a week.
Because he was an alcoholic and...
Yeah. But he's been 2 years sober.
Yeah. And he's paying for law school for his brother. Only for the bragging rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall...
He wants to be... His brother wants to be a prosecutor.
A lawyer. And then he's like, what about prosecutor?
Yeah.
Which really ties in well with the end of the episode. I was like, oh my God, that's so good. So what do you think, without going too much into detail about it, what do you think about the whole past story of Peter Collier? And what about him? Do you see how his motivation can be even more now?
I guess.
How could you not?
Yeah, no, I know, but it just seems...
Government surveillance has caused your brother to kill himself.
Oh, I don't know, it's just really extreme, isn't it? Like, you yourself have turned into a terrorist, to which your brother was falsely accused of.
He's not... is it technically privacy terrorist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Do you know what I mean? You've kind of...
I mean...
What you're angry at happening,
well, I mean,
he
even pointed it out at the end. He said you're meant to catch criminals, not create them. So technically they've created him, because of what they've done. But how can you not? He wants revenge, yeah.
Revenge isn't always...
No, it's not really the right course, but can you blame him? I feel like I see his his motivation and his reasoning make a lot of sense in my eyes.
I don't agree with the amount of people he's killed.
No, but
like he's not done
different
it the
people
right
go
way.
down different paths,
Yeah,
and certain
it's
people do
not.
different things.
I
We've even seen.
I don't see the death of his brother justifying his actions.
No, in a way. How many people have you technically seen him kill? I don't know.
Kidnapping people.
Yeah.
And you're just
Yeah, but
like,
how do you fight a government that has this, what he feels is a massive surveillance system? How would you even fight that? He tried to go the right path by doing the lawyer thing or the prosecutor, talking to them, and that did nothing. It didn't work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I don't necessarily agree with him doing that, but what could he do? Just sit back and accept it? I mean, you could, but then there'd be no story. That's the point I'm kind of making. Realistically, if it happened to one of us, would we go and join a privacy terrorist group to try? No, but certain people would. Yeah, it's just, you push people too far. But basically, his brother gets arrested by the FBI. They have a warrant, and they don't tell him why. But he goes to... We'll go through all of it. We go to the... It was like US
Embassy,
attorney
something,
district office or something like that.
And they still can't tell him anything, but then they show
do
him pictures.
Yeah, he was This is so ridiculous as well, isn't it? He was friends with a guy whose cousin has links to terrorism. And then we find out at the end the guy was the distant relative of him. That's causing problems. That's so insane that's dragged down not someone he's related to, but someone who knows the person he's related to. Yeah, crazy.
And it's just that woman as well when she's like,
oh yeah,
innocent people don't kill themselves, and it's like
no,
people with no hope kill themselves.
You stripped
He
that
lost
from him.
his job, he lost his family, he had nothing.
Yeah, you took it all away from him.
Yeah.
And they couldn't even clear his name because he was never technically accused of anything or never technically what's the word, charged with anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, madness. Yeah, it's awful. And then it's the bit where we see the friend at the end, and he was a sponsor for this guy. That's how they knew each other. He saved his life, and it's the bit where he let him keep the coin. He's like,
it's a reminder that
even though
he may have died, he
still saved someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like. What do you think of Peter Collier's character overall? I really like the acting. I like him. I think he's cool. He's interesting.
I just don't like him.
Well, no, you're not meant to. He's our bad guy. That's the point. But I think he's a good bad guy. Greer is a good bad guy. I think they both are. Really weirdly, the only other thing I've ever seen him in, I haven't actually watched it. It was is there a singer called Sia? Is it?
Maybe.
I'm not sure, but she made a film that was very highly controversial because of what it was. I think it was a character that was autistic, but they cast someone who wasn't.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I believe he was in that film because I remember watching a video about it and saying how bad this film was, and I saw the guy was like, wait a second, that's Peter Collier. Yeah, so I've never watched it, but I've seen that he's in it. But anyway, yeah, I really like the emotion behind him get really angry. It's so bad. He weren't even allowed to get emotional because they were about to kick him out.
Yeah.
So I love how he never backed down though. He was right in that guy's face. Do you know what I mean? At the end, as he was leaving. But then on his phone,
gets a text. Do you want to know the truth?
What happened to your brother? We can tell you. You got questions? We give it the answers.
Be interested to know who that was.
Yeah. Is there a higher person at Pigeons? Is there someone who just knows more? Yes. Yeah. And there we go. That was basically that, which I really like. We got that backstory for him because it gives him more.
Yeah, you can see where his motivation comes from.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas before, you've not really got more about him. You don't really. You're just like, oh, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. So we find out that there is no imminent threat to Finch, so they're not going after him.
No, they've got 5 numbers.
Yeah, but we see it come up, don't we? And it's 29% or something like that. But they're chasing after a guy on a roof, and the guy
jumps. And then they're like, why is it these Decima people always just kill themselves? And they said it's insurance policy.
Yeah, Root says it's they get a payday if they are in an accident. Otherwise, if they get caught, they get nothing. So, yeah, it's a way to keep people in line, I guess.
The payout goes to the next of kin.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, they're like, why aren't we going? Why are we doing this? Why aren't we? If we can't find, we need to find more Decima guys or find Finch. And Root's like, no, the machine's these other things. There's a larger threat happening. Yeah. We get a little talk between Greer and Finch. We get that quite often, but he's talking about how he's the father of AI.
Yeah, baby foals, and then
they talk about altruism, and he keeps talking about like how he says about newborn fawns, how like they stumble and then they begin to walk, whereas you watched the machine stand up and then you shot, like basically made it limp. Yeah.
But then like Finch says that the thing is, he'd created something that was more intelligent than him.
Yeah, smarter
How
than him.
do you control something more intelligent than you? And by the time he would have created new codes, it would have advanced further.
Yeah.
And what if it would advance far enough that all of the human race was irrelevant?
It deemed everything irrelevant. Yeah.
And that's a risk.
Yeah.
I did say in that bit before he said that as well, like, it was making me think of this will end with Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. I do like... This is why I like this show as well, because did you ever see it going into the AI, like the debate about AI and stuff like that, and how, which I like those sort of stories, and it's really interesting, because like he said, it would have gone out of control if he didn't. Greer says, children, they're always disappointing, or they could be so disappointing. Yeah. Oh, and he says it's an 8-year-old story of like a father being scared of his son. So I think
find out that he was MI6.
I think so this is all just this part, because it goes back and forth as the episode goes on, but we find out that we could talk about that later. This is because it's during the blackout, but which makes sense. The boys, they go down to the bottom and take the keys out of the dead body's pocket. Nobody even questions it. No. New York City, everybody.
And they get the GPS tracker out the car.
Yeah. And take it to the boys.
The boys will be able to, and they're like, the boys? Then she opens the lorries and
there's a team of them.
And then they're like looking at Reese like, oh crap.
Well, even Casey is like, wait, you're the government guy that told me to take out my molars.
Yeah.
It's like, you could call it, Casey. I quit. Yeah. I'm not government anymore. It's so funny that it's all connected. So she gives them that, and they got to get to work.
And they want to use the safe house.
Yeah. She gives a satellite phone to...
Sure.
She's like, what do I need this for?
You'll need it later.
Well, she just says, trust me. Trust me. Yeah. We see Greer meeting with the senator, just talking about it in general. But it turns out they're not giving Samaritan to the government.
No, they
or selling
want control over it, so it'd be a private company.
We sell you the information.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they're like, and then he's suddenly like, I don't know if they can get on board with this. Like, giving you the government feeds for something that we don't own, and they're just getting like.
But his argument, plausible deniability. Yeah, in that if anything goes wrong, you can blame us. We'll take the fall. It's not your system, so which is clever. He's thought about it. So they get the servers into the safe house, and they've got to work on them. It's a cool team up. I like seeing them doing all the stuff, but what do you think they've been doing?
Don't know. Something. But Root and Reese go to a coffee shop while Shaw
is watching the hotel.
Is heading to the hotel because the 5 numbers. Shaw, Root is like, I know one of these off by heart.
Well, the numbers haven't even come up yet.
Have they? The numbers have come out, I think, but they don't know who they are.
Well, that's because I think we've jumped ahead a little bit because they're walking along, and then we see the machines, because she takes pictures of the government plates, and then the machine like starts working it out. And then I love how it like figuring it out, and then it works the people out, and then it contacts.
Yeah.
And then it phones. It's so cool. We saw that. I really like that.
But we get a bit in the coffee shop where it's like
5 numbers
drinking crack coffee.
And
then a guy walks in that looks really, really good.
But she says, yeah, I recognise the last number. One of them I can't see, but one of them I recognise.
Yeah.
Control. So it's government numbers, Secret Service are there. Yeah, control.
Shaw heads into the hotel.
Yeah, into a room.
Like a surveillance room.
Yeah.
I like how she's at the door and then, like, as she
opens the door,
Root says, like, oh, you're going to have
to
to get yourself in. And then she's like, you might want to use the silencer just as she's getting into the door.
Mm-hmm.
So she obviously, like, hits the person. She's like, next time, can you ask the machine to give me a bit more notice?
Yeah, she knows you can handle yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even mentioned it. I was like, well, a bit more notice would be good. But yeah, she's watching the cameras and she can see Control talking to Ross Garrison.
Yes.
One of the numbers. The senator. We finally got his name. I don't know if we got his name before that. I'm not too sure. They're talking about it. And this is when, I don't know if you caught it, Shaw says they're going to go all 1984 on us. Do you know what 1984 is? So it's the original book behind the Big Brother thing. You're being watched. Yeah, which is, kind of connects really well.
Who's it by?
Oh, H.G. Wells? No? Who's it by then?
George Orwell.
Oh, I was going to say Orwell. Why did I fucking say that?
Do you know what? It's funny that...
God damn! I was going to say Orwell!
She's like, George. Yeah, because he's the same one that did Animal Farm.
Oh, okay. I can't believe I didn't say that. I'm so pissed at myself there. I changed it. I was like, Orwell, no.
I knew something that you didn't.
Well, you didn't know what 1984 was, did you?
Yeah, it's a book by George Orwell.
Well, I thought, because I explained it to you.
Because I read in school Animal Farm by George Orwell, so then I found out about 1984.
There we go. But we basically, obviously it cuts back to Finch, but we get a government meeting, more people turn up. You've got the head of NSA, right?
Yeah.
And colonel of some sort.
General,
yeah. Same thing.
Isn't it like the president's general? Like, I think so.
Something
I think
like
they
that.
say that.
Yeah. But basically he's like, well, we're not doing this. Not after Northern Lights. It's not going to happen. And then Control's like, basically starts...
Oh, yeah, because the chat that they have before, he's like, you can convince anyone. You've been working with this the longest.
Yeah.
Like, there's enough budget in the...
Oh, this is what Garrison says to Control, you mean?
This is before, and then when he comes in and he's like, no, this isn't happening. And she's like, did you know your children go to a nursery?
So this is Control says it to the NSA guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, your children went to this school, here, there. And he's like, your point? What's going on?
Yeah.
Terrorist was stopped from... Yeah. He had a radiology bomb or something like that.
Yeah.
Stole from a dentist. Yeah.
But you didn't know about that.
Yeah.
He's like...
Well, I would have heard about this.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's the point. You don't. We don't publicly tell people we've been spying.
Every time.
Yeah.
There's domestic or international.
And then he's kind of like, I'm going to read over it.
Yeah.
I even said Control's scary. He says, it's ghost stories.
And the file is vigilance. And she says that they know that they're going to attack in the next 24 hours. They don't know what it is. They don't know what.
But it's going to happen. This is when they finally approach the guy in the coffee shop. And he basically just freaks out, shoots up the place.
Yeah, Reese sees the gun and...
Yeah, but he shoots the guy. And it turns out he's good at vigilance.
Yeah, he has a memory stick.
Which is...
A
virus.
A worm and a worm.
Micro switcher thing, right? Virus, yeah. And that's when vigilance turn up at the hotel. And it's like, you're going to go and have to meet up with
So Shaw
Control.
sees them on the camera.
She keeps going, can I shoot Control now? It's like, no, we're protecting her.
Yeah, Shaw sees them on the camera and lets Root know that vigilance is here.
Yeah.
Oh god, you're going to have to...
Yeah. I like how when... I think it's when Reese and Root are just walking along and they're basically saying, we're fighting two invisible enemies. Like, it's really... But he wants... he really wants to know where Finch is. He's just really on that. But she's like, there's bigger things. But yeah, Vigilance basically are after Control. Is this when the power goes off?
Yes, because then they're like, you're going to have to get him out.
Oh, no, first of all, Shaw goes into, to the room. Shoots up the kneecaps of people. And I love what she says. She's like, long time no gunfire. Yeah.
Yeah, the power goes out.
Yeah. Power.
Then Root.
Well, they find out. So I think Casey or Jason Greenfield, they call and say, "We found out the virus. It's
for the power.
Yeah.
And then all the power goes out.
It's so cool. I love seeing New York. This is the second show we've watched in New York that has a power cut. That's so cool.
Root tells Reese to go back up shore because she's got to do something. And then we see Shaw with them like, is anyone carrying guns?
Yeah.
And the general is.
Yeah.
And then I like how Controller's like, well, I thought my security detail would be enough.
All right, you're behind
me. She shot as she walked in.
Yeah.
It's like, this is awkward.
Yeah, because I love how Shaw's like, well, I hate to admit this, but I'm actually here to save you.
Yeah.
And it's like, she even says, like, they brought this up a couple of times where it's like, well, even though you're not getting the relevant numbers, doesn't mean they've stopped coming.
Yeah.
We're still getting them.
And this is where Control also goes, because the other guy is like, who are you? And then Control's like, this is actually the operative that killed the terrorist I was telling you about, which is quite fitting, really.
Yeah, it all connects. It's really cool.
But yeah, then they go out, and then there's
Reese is like
vigilance,
no signal, and there's fires everywhere. It's really cool.
Vigilance comes up the elevator.
Yeah, they're going up the elevator. Yeah, but we cut to Finch and Greer talking.
This is where they talk about the blackout.
Yeah, he said I was used to. It reminds me of my childhood.
9 months of German blackouts.
The Blitz. Yeah, must have been a young
it's
child.
Weird because. Like, even though America was involved in that war...
Oh, yeah, it wasn't...
It wasn't like it was in the UK.
No, of course not, yeah.
And, like, it's so weird because I quite
America's
often think...
in a very advantageous position, consider it. Like,
I quite often think this, that we're so close to, like, nobody living through the war.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, everyone's...
Because they're all... It's like a lifetime ago now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, and it is weird. Like, I even think about it sometimes when, like, I go on the underground in London and stuff on the odd occasion when I'm in London.
Yeah.
But you do think it's weird when you're down there and you're like, people flee
they were hiding
there.
Yeah, they were hiding.
From, like, bombs and stuff. And there's just
crazy.
us all, like, on our phones muddling.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird...
Yeah, it is strange. Yeah, it's a different time, different world.
Yeah.
The world moves so fast. I mean, we literally just lived through a pandemic, and that's going to be...
It's like we forgot about it.
Yeah, I mean we have, not in a way, but do you know what I mean? Eventually, like that's going to be, that thing, that's history.
I can tell you a lot of people forgot about the pandemic.
Instantly, they didn't even think about it.
People queue up right behind me, and I'm my personal space.
I hate it. Yeah, I really like as well how he called it the tube, because that's a totally British thing to call it.
Tube.
Yeah, which is great. I wonder if it was written as the tube. Or then he was like, no, I've got to say the tube.
I've got to say the tube.
I've got to say the tube,
I've got to say the tube.
That's how he talks.
Really bringing in that London-ness into it.
Yeah. But Finch has also worked out you were MI6. That's why you went to the military. Well, you didn't go military. You're MI6, yeah. Yeah. We have a shoot-up. You were even like, how is the elevator working?
The generator.
Yeah, I really like how they answered that. Like, Vigilance have planned this.
Yeah.
They need power, but they want to completely black out because they know how that's how they've been working for so long. They work out how they've been operating, and they need power. Take away the power. Yeah. They have a shoot-up, and they get surrounded. The general's down, and they get control and the NSA.
Yeah.
Oh, and Garrison, right? Oh, Garrison's not there. No. Yeah, but there we go. And then Reese saves the day.
Yeah.
And then Hirsch turns up, which I wasn't expecting. Yeah.
I like how this is the standoff.
Yeah, the standoff is so good.
It is so weird because, like, the enemy lines that we've seen all the way through this show from the beginning are so blurred now.
I really like this
and I
as well.
love it with so many people. Like, Root was an enemy, now Root is an ally.
I really like that you're saying this because, as well, Greer spoke about alliances aren't really real.
No.
Like, they don't mean anything. Like, what does it mean? Yeah. Like, they can change, and people in this show have changed constantly. Root was the bad guy at one point. Like,
do you know we haven't seen him bloody ages?
Who? I know who you're going to say.
Can't remember his name. I haven't seen him in so long.
What, Leon?
Yeah.
Leon Town? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen. I can't remember her name now. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the woman.
Yeah. What was her fucking name? I'm never going to find it.
It's almost like we had the little, like, that her and Reese were having hanky-pankies and now she disappears. So maybe... I feel like that's such a
her
British
name.
thing. I feel like that was
Yeah.
such a British thing to say.
Yeah.
Then hanky pankies.
It's really bugging me. I don't remember her name. I'm very sorry. Zoe Morgan. There we go.
Zoe.
Yeah. Cool. There we go. Yeah, we haven't seen them for a while.
And now
I mean, there's a
this
bigger
standoff.
deal going on,
Yeah.
isn't there? So yeah.
I no time for hanky panky.
No, or Leon's stupidness. Yeah.
Maybe Leon's got Bear because Bear has disappeared.
Yeah. Who knows?
But yeah, so now we've come across Hirsch, and now we're going to be working with Hirsch, who was
It's
an
so.
enemy.
I love the standoff. It's so good. Yeah.
And the fact that Shaw went in there and was like, "I'm here to save you," to control.
It's
so
insane.
those, it's just such a blurred line.
It's
of,
so cool.
I mean, you're an enemy while I have a purpose.
Yes.
For you to be my
You got to
enemy.
form an uneasy alliance. And there's even Root said it in the past. She's like, believe it or not, we're on the same side now. We're fighting the same fight. There's a bigger war coming.
Yeah.
Yes, there's so much going on. And it's even funny now that kind of Greer and Decima are in the same position as Finch and the government.
Yeah.
It's the writing in this show. I love this show so much.
But yeah, we get a standoff with Hirsch, Shaw.
It's so
and
good because
Reese.
they're all like, I don't believe you.
You left me for dead. You
yeah.
left me for dead.
Yeah.
And you left
I
me
tried
for
to kill
dead.
you. Yeah. And Shaw's even like, we're here to save
control.
And he's like, you can lie better than that. He's like, no. And she gets a phone call saying, sorry. She's like, it's not a good time.
Yeah, Finch is in danger.
Yeah.
She's had another number, and it was
the machine
under
is...
loads and loads of aliases, but it's Greer. Greer, which means that Finch is in
Finch is
danger.
in imminent danger.
And they're like, where is he? And then she's like, I don't know.
But he knows.
Hirsch knows.
Yeah.
And she's like, why am I going to tell you? Why do I know?
I don't know. He's like, what about Decima? You know where they are? And then they slowly lower their guns.
Yeah. And then we flash to...
Pleasure. I don't know. Yeah, because we cut... So before
Our friend is never wrong.
Oh, yeah. No. So it cuts to... Before all that talk with Root, it cuts to them. They're in a van going to New Jersey. Then Greenfield's jumped up front. But yeah, anyway. She then finally can hear the machine because she's out of New York. And that's when she gets the information. And then she calls up, and that's when... they're like, how could you possibly... Hirsch, how could you possibly know this? And she's like, my friend is never wrong. It's really annoying. That's why I wrote it. It's very annoying. We're getting off topic. Anyway, George. Let's do this. Yeah. Garrison turns up to where Greer is. And he's like, who's that? It's the most important man in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately...
The father of Aya.
Yeah, and that's when...
Vigilance turn up.
Yep. They get Garrison, they get Greer, and a happy little surprise, they get Finch. There we go. The van turns up in New Jersey, and she's like, this is where we part ways, you guys won't be coming.
Wait, we've seen
Take
this
these.
out.
Yeah, we're not going. He's like, she's worked out the probability. If you'll come with me, we're all dead. If not, if I'm on my own, I've got a better chance.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you even going?
And they look around and like, meet Samaritan. I wonder if they've put a virus into those servers.
You reckon?
So when they fire it up, it kind of kills itself, maybe.
You reckon so?
Yeah, maybe. It's almost like Finch did the same thing, didn't he?
For the machine, in a way, yeah.
He put a virus into it and then... Yeah.
That what you reckon? That's your theory.
It's weird because the servers look intact as well. They've rewrapped them, almost like they're going to deliver them.
Yeah.
I've done something to these, but you won't know.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, because they even said, we have to retrofit a bunch of stuff and change it up to fit it so it looked... Yeah. But there you go.
Shaw, Hirsch and Reese.
Oh, yeah. They talk about driving a car. They were just arguing.
Oh, yeah, when they're going down the stairwell.
Yeah.
But then they get to the location, don't they?
Yeah, and it's too late. And then...
The TV comes on.
I've waited a long time for this. How is the time? It's just...
Looks like they're in a courtroom.
Yeah, takes off their hoods, live broadcast, and it's just like... the government's been lying, the country's not even ours anymore.
Yeah.
It's time.
Court is in session.
The US, first US government is in session.
Yeah.
The court is in session. That's basically it. Yeah, the end of the episode. What an episode. What a penultimate episode. The last few episodes, the last, season has been a blast, man. So good. So cool. And we still got 2 seasons after this.
Oh my god, have we? I thought it was just 1.
No.
Jesus.
Season 4 is 22 episodes long. And then season 5 is 15 or 16, maybe?
Where did it go after this?
I
was feeling like this was slowly wrapping up, you know? Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay,
no,
I could see 1 more season.
2 more seasons. So where do you think the next episode's going to go? What do you reckon we're going to see? Will we see more of what Root's doing? You reckon it's a virus?
Hopefully Finch is saved.
Well, Finch is saved. He's in a court. What is the court going to consist of?
Are they going to get shot?
What do you reckon?
I don't know.
Will they be saved by Root, Hirsch, and... Oh, sorry, Shaw, Hirsch.
Just imagine Finch there.
Shaw, Hirsch, and Reese. Sorry.
Vigilance being like, what have you done? What do you want to admit to? And Finch just sitting there going, well, I made a code and it's really nice. And if you actually talk to her, she's really nice and she is my child. She's in a relationship with Root.
With a woman.
But we save people every day. And that's the most important thing.
That's how we get.
You say?
It's like, oh, okay, you can go.
Yeah.
Well,
so this is where I'm like, there needs to be more understanding about recent. Machine.
Will you think
someone is not watching?
Would you think?
Unlike,
but would you think Collier would care about that, considering his circumstances
the problem
and history?
Was it Finch's machine?
2010.
When did? Yeah, it was then, wasn't
it? It was.
Finch is responsible for that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what was? Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
Thing is, as well.
How do you think they're going to get out of this? Do you think they're going to get out of this?
Thing is, the machine simply gave numbers of people that were a threat.
Well, yeah.
And then it was the government choice to do whatever they did.
Exactly, yeah.
So, obviously, if you're in
you could lay the blame elsewhere.
If you're in communication with someone that has relatives that are terrorists, it's going to be like, oh, you're going to flag up a little bit here. But someone has to do the legwork.
Yeah, they didn't do the proper legwork because he clearly was a distant. Exactly, yeah. Which is like exactly what he said as well. Is like you're meant to stop criminals, not create them.
Yeah.
Like they literally created him as a criminal. Like even though they had no real proof. Yeah. How do you think? Do you think everyone's going to get out of this?
I hope that. I feel like Finch will get out of it because Finch is Finch.
Okay.
And then I hope that everyone is killed.
Claire living in a fantasy wonderland.
Apart from Greer, whatever. Can I call him something else? Because
Greer.
Greer. I can't.
John.
Is he John?
John Greer.
Oh God, it can't be another John.
It is John.
Yeah.
Mr. Decima.
Yeah, the 2 people, Mr. Decima and Finch will survive. Just because Control, she's outlived herself. She deserves to die at this point. The Senator, he's a slimy little bastard, he is. He can die. Oh, actually, I don't really know enough about the other guy.
The NSA guy.
Yeah. Maybe he can survive, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I feel like Mr. Decima needs to survive because we're not done with Samaritan. And I feel like he's the head guy. Do you know what I mean? He is our kingpin at the moment. That if he dies easily with Vigilant's hands, it's kind of like, oh, so Samaritan's done?
Okay.
Samaritan can't be done.
You reckon Samaritan's going to continue?
Yeah.
What do you reckon's going to happen with it? Regarding both from Greer's side and from Root's side.
It's going to switch on and then there'll be a virus.
Okay. What you reckon?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, what about Vigilance? What's going to happen?
They're slippery little
buggers.
Don't know. Does he deserve to die? I don't know. Yeah, he does. I think he deserves to die, but you're like... I feel like his vengeance is too strong. That he will never get over. It's not something you really get over, but do you know what I mean?
Considering the circumstances of it, it's very hard thing to move past.
He's always going to be hunting them down and like
He wants someone to be held responsible for it because they've taken no blame for it.
Yeah.
They've just There we go. That was it. I really like a lot of the there was a few of the songs we've heard before were remixed or slightly different in this episode. I really liked it. I love the soundtrack so much.
Could you imagine if Root gets in contact with Decima's hitman?
Okay.
And then they're like, right, we need to get our guys out of here, and then you've got Root, Reese, Shaw with
Decima.
the backing of Decima's hitman to get both their guys out of it.
What about Hirsch?
And Hirsch. I don't know, is Hirsch there for Control?
I'd imagine so. Right?
I guess so.
He works for Control.
Yeah.
There we go. That was A House Divided. Everyone's split up. It's all gone crazy. Man, what an episode. One more episode to go. Season 3. I'm gutted we're not watching it today. We have to wait. Yeah. I don't know when we're watching it now because we're not sure when we're recording. But yeah, for you, it will be in a week's time. Very exciting. Otherwise, next on the channel is more Always Sunny. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, once we finished Breaking Bad, I got you to pick a show. After we finish this, I'm going to pick a show, but I still have 2 seasons left to wait for that.
Sorry.
And I think this won't finish till July or August time.
Damn.
If we're doing weekly. So there we go. We've got about 30 something episodes, 38, 37, something like that. Wait, yeah, I don't know. I'm not as fast as a machine, sorry. Right, thank you very much for watching. We shall see you next time for the finale of Season 3. Bye-bye!